Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Blessing Abigail Sanusi, and on this space we're going to be talking about faith, we talk about life, we talk about different experiences, we talk about relationship, we talk about purpose, and we're going to talk about becoming. So I'm going to be inviting people to share their experiences as we grow together. So please stay connected, ensure that you subscribe, ensure that you share the link to this YouTube channel to your friends and your family. I believe that God has actually put this in my heart for a reason. So thank you so much for supporting me already. Thank you for staying connected. So basically today I just want to talk about what it really means to be intentional. I did a little bit of research about what it means to be intentional, and then I got some quotes about intentionality. So I'll be reading some out. So the first one I have here is intentional living is the art of making your own choices before others' choices make us. And this was written by Richie Norton. Talking about the word intentionality, personally, you can just take a moment to reflect. You can just take a moment to, think about it. What does it really mean to be intentional? Earlier today, I was trying to have a conversation with the Holy Spirit, and it was really a sweet one, I promise you. So, it got to a point, and I was just randomly thinking about it that apart from God, I believe that in everything that we do, there's a place of intentionality. There's a place we're supposed to always leave a space for intentionality. I mean, even in your walk with God, you have to be intentional because if you're not intentional, you're not going to go all out for God in your friendship, in your academics, in the things that you do. It is very, very important that we are actually intentional about the things that we do. You know, everything we do, we have to ensure that it is heartfelt. It's something that is coming directly from our hearts. So I want to proceed with what I have here. So John C. Maxwell says, an unintentional life accepts everything and does nothing. An intentional life embraces only the things that we add to the mission of significance. I would love to take that again. So John C. Maxwell says, an unintentional life accepts everything and does nothing. If you are not intentional, obviously, as people are pushing, as people are going, then you are just following them. You are just following the crowd. You accept everything that happen. Oh, this happened. Okay. Because you are not intentional. You don't want to look for a way to, solve the problem. You don't want to look for other things, other alternative to put in place. So it says an unintentional life accepts everything and does nothing because you are not intentional. You don't want to put in the work. You don't want to put in the work. An intentional life embraces only the things that we add to the mission of significance. If you are intentional and you know that about this particular thing that I want to do, this is the end product. Maybe probably God has shown you a picture that this is where you're going to. Every other thing they can of course contribute to your journey, but because you are intentional and you are focused, you know where you're going to, you won't be distracted. And that was why it says an intentional life. Guess what? It gave us the definition of an unintentional life. It says an unintentional life accepts everything and does nothing. They don't want to take responsibility, but an intentional life embraces only the things that we had to the mission of significance. So I believe that I've actually explained this part, and then I just want to talk about intentionality in terms of relationship and love. So, um, Yogi Beza says, "Do everything with so much love in your heart that you will never want to do it any other way." This quotes on intentionality is on relationships and love, and I would love to take it again. It says, "Do everything with so much love in your heart that you will never want to do it any other way. Like this is the only way, this is the best way for this thing to be done." I just hope that you actually get that. So let's take, for instance, you have a friend, and it's as simple as even your siblings, your relationship with your siblings, or you have a friend, or probably you're in a romantic relationship. If you are very, very intentional about it, you are going all out for this particular person, and you are doing it in such a way that there is no other way to do this thing. Oh, let's say, for instance, maybe probably the person is working on a book, like you are trying your possible best to show up, to encourage the person, to provide materials. Maybe you are even giving me your resources. Or let's take for instance, you claim to love someone and the person is celebrating her birthday. Oh, you are going all out in such a way that there is no other way for that particular thing to be done except the way you actually showed up for it. All right. So I just hope that you've learned something so far. So I want to encourage you to please stay connected, and I want to encourage you that even as we live life day to day, ensure that in everything that you do, you are very intentional. And when you are doing something, think about it. What's the reason behind this particular thing? Am I just doing it for doing it sake, or I'm doing it because I really truly want to do it? I don't know if you've seen people that are into something. I was having a conversation with a friend lately, and we were talking about situations where maybe probably the father is a lawyer and then one of the children is also studying law. And I don't know, maybe it was my roommate, I can't really remember the person I was having a conversation with, and we were talking about how that it would really be great if that particular thing actually came from the heart of that particular child. I mean, thank God. Let's say, for instance, maybe your mom is a nurse and then you are studying nursing. It's best that you are actually very intentional about that profession. If not, you're just living for them. Maybe probably they suggested that, oh, since mom is a nurse and we hope that we actually have a nurse in the family, you are just living for them if it's truly not coming from your heart. And you will just be doing everything because it might even just be pass. But if truly you are interested in actually being a nurse, you put in the best and you don't just graduate as a nurse, you graduate as one of the great nurses out there. So I want to encourage you that in everything that you do, just ensure that you are more intentional. Anything that you put your heart into, there's a tendency, even when it looks like other people are not supporting you, even when it looks like there is no fun, because you know what God has spoken to you about, because you know that you're very, very intentional about this particular thing. You don't mind spending your last cash on it. And you just want to do that particular thing. You just want to ensure that that particular thing is executed and you just want to put in your best. So I want to encourage you in all that you do, please try to be intentional. Thank you so much for joining me today. Please ensure that you stay connected, you like, you comment, and you subscribe. So as we progress, I'm going to be bringing people who ask them questions and all of that. Thank you so much.